Back in the late 90s, if you wanted to play soccer on your N64 in North America or Europe, you really only had two options. You either picked FIFA for that serious, true-to-life experience, or you went with International Superstar Soccer, which was all about fast-paced arcade action. But in Japan, they had something else entirely. Over there, it was like someone watched a soccer game once, drifted off halfway through, then woke up and tried to make a video game based on what they remembered. That game was J-League Dynamite Soccer 64. This thing is wild, it moves fast, and it came from Imagineer, the same company behind Quest 64. Yeah, let that sink in for a sec. Today we're diving into why this Japanese exclusive stands out as a weird turbocharged alternative to the usual soccer titles. Let's talk about J-League Dynamite Soccer 64. The first thing that jumps out about Dynamite Soccer is just how fast it feels. While FIFA 98 was off experimenting with fancy grass, Imagineer clearly decided to toss physics out the window. Players zip around like they've downed a few too many energy drinks before kickoff. It's pure arcade chaos. The controls are super simple. You only have to pass, shoot, and a dash button that pretty much launches your player straight at the ball like a heat-seeking blur. I mean, the name doesn't mess around. Everything in this game feels one bad frame away from exploding. The animations are stiff, and the frame rate, it's barely hanging on. But honestly, that wild momentum makes it kind of impossible to stop playing. Forget tactics, just grab the ball and rocket yourself toward the goal. That's the whole vibe with this game. Since this game has an official J-League license, it was a pretty big deal in Japan. You get all the real teams from the season 1997, and honestly, for the late 90s, the game looks surprisingly flashy. The stadiums pop with strong colors, while the crowd sounds never shut up. While the Japanese commentary is hands down the only way to play. I don't speak a word of it, but when the announcer loses his mind after a goal or hard tackle, you can't help but get hyped. Now here's where it gets interesting, the star player system. Some players have juiced up stats that basically turn them into superheroes on the field. In ISS 64, things felt pretty even. In Dynamite Soccer though, if you've got the right forward, you can just tear through the other team by yourself. It's totally unbalanced, kind of unfair, but when you're playing multiplayer, it's an absolute riot. Looking back from 2026, this is the kind of B-tier magic we just don't get anymore. While the sports games now are polished, money-making machines, endless microtransactions, graphics so real you can almost smell the sweat, Dynamite Soccer 64 doesn't even pretend to care about all that. In this game, the ball basically fuses to your feet, and every shot takes off like you just launched it from a rocket launcher. This is the game you throw on when you and your friends are sick of fairness and just want to watch a blocky soccer player slide tackle someone into another dimension. So should you go out and import a copy of this game? If you're a hardcore soccer fan, honestly, don't bother, just play ISS. But if you're all about collecting N64 games and you love that wild, over-the-top vibe from late 90s arcades, this one's a hidden treasure. As a sports sim, it's maybe a 5 out of 10, but for pure, ridiculous fun, it's closer to an 8. Games like this remind me how strange and interesting the N64 library really was, especially if you dig into the Japanese releases most people missed. But hey, what about you? Have you ever messed around with Japanese N64 imports? Am I missing an even better arcade soccer game? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I always like hearing what you guys have to say. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit like. And if you want more, subscribe. We've got new videos coming out every day. Thanks for hanging out.
Free kick.